Hey, yeah, okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. They ain't thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
Appreciate you, Coach. One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot. You'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter rock. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simul.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Check.
Throwing on first down. Costello. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
You draw forfeit.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Man, I got you.
Check 61, matchbox lights. Show it.
Mike's back.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1 yard pickup there on second.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready. 10 Lobo.
Hey, check.
Hey, orbit. Ready.
From the gun on third down, Costello. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Costello. Flush to his right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is going to get out of bounds. So they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step in.
Off play action. Costello. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Shot! Black 15!
59. Mike to 59. Hey, defense.
Q.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Ready, set.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back to throw. Costello. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
60 Pittsburgh.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw. Costello. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Red!
59 mark, 59 mark. Check.
Hey, echo!
Following the interception here, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
Round 80!
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Hey, Rocket! Get on!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Throw left side, complete. That's Freeman. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Here I come.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be 2nd down.
He was covered by Prince Amukamara.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
12.
Throwing again. Rivers. Over the middle to Evans. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Gay's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, we gotta get to the ball.
Ready?
This is Cohen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys. And get in that direction.
Intended for Taylor Gabriel. Results in a 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded just inside the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is now 24. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them to 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
A first update now out of Jacksonville. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Deep 6.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
I smell fear in that offense.
5.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety.
Cluster.
On play action, Rivers. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. Around the NFL, they're in the 2nd in Philly. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bears take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Here's Rivers. He goes underneath to Freeman. And some room to work. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Play action now, Rivers. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Bears take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They
Under pressure, they got him again. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Line 54. I'm trying to collect.
Hey, Haywood. Let's go.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. This is Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, right
Hey, Charlie.
To throw again, Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack.
To me, the defense was a little gas near the end of the first half, but they come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Going deep this time. And got his man. Complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller. 84 yards, and the Bears get a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
On the double.
Mike's by four. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
Hey, wahoo! Shoot!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So after the blocked PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. To throw is Rivers. Looking deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. This one left side caught by Patterson. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
13 yards on the play. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
A second down throw for Rivers. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. First down, Rivers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
You pop. He's
hard. Hey, box drop. Now.
Second and long. And down he goes goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top for Miller. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
54's Mike. Check, watch the smooth. And let's get this.
Throwing Rivers. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Bravo!
3rd and long for Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run. This is Cohen. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Hey, lock it.
Check 2nd and 9 now. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
5, 2.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Kill. X3, 218, chopper.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. No chance. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, let's get that ball, D, let's get that ball. Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the glass. Here we go.
And that'll set him back 5. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. Pulled in at the 24. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
54, right there.
Hey, exit.
Here we go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch run.
Hey, easy.
That's south, baby. That's baby south.
Hey, orbit.
54 is Mike.
Check. Wait, 89.
On second down, Rivers again. He sets to fire deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
They're on the 33-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. That is caught by Cohen. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Back to throw now on second and 10. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Right there. 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Pick me up. Here we go.
Hey, high 7.
One set.
Get down.
Operating from the gun, Costello. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Turnover that just got them the football back. Obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't. Especially with a ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Mike's 59.
Throwing here, Rivers. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 87 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you said, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
We want it. Come to my world.
Hey. Behind.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is down to 4. 35 seconds to play. Everything will come down here to this onside kick. Oh, did the Bears get it? They did. Chicago football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield.
Easy.
Check 50. Mike, check. 59. Focus, defense, focus.
Now Rivers. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. A gain of 6 there on first. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Alpha! Load it.
59 mark. Check, 59. Get ready.
Rivers here to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, I'm going to go load it.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
Off the play fake here. Rivers shedding through the defense. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and it was a bit of a